to episode 874 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, February 8th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We are Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will, the Hard Factor hosts. All four of us here today.
Fuck, Valentine's Day is coming up. I got to get a gift.
Sure is.
Do you? Oh, you get a
like
horny
something.
bear. Horny bear.
There you go, horny bear.
The thing is, I mean, yeah, I mean, you do, but it's just such a it's so wasteful, man.
I know.
I
It's
don't think
consumerism. I mean,
I think I'm going to propose we
before.
skip it. Or
We've been over it before. She gets the gift of living with me every day. So I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
blessing.
That's generous of you.
It's like Valentine's Day every day.
What did she do in her past life? You know? Lucky girl.
Hey,
I'll do a card. I don't know.
yeah, there you go.
Card's
Dinner.
the worst.
What do you mean
Card-
card's
card-
the worst?
the
Card's
worst.
best.
Dinner.
You're not a card guy?
No,
Dinner.
card with something.
Card
is
is just
dinner.
a stressful activity in itself.
Oh, it's
Buying
so
a card.
stressful. And then
Card
you gotta like,
with
when
dinner.
do I throw this piece of shit
Jesus.
away? You know,
Well, of course you throw it away eventually. I don't expect her to keep the card. It's the thought that counts.
Got you this card.
Yeah,
It's this meaningless piece of paper.
took me 5
Nothing in
minutes.
it. She's like
minutes to get-
pretending to like be like, is there a gift certificate in it?
Yeah.
Is there...
I'll write a little handwritten note, a little
Okay.
personal flavor.
yeah, that's stupid. A card should only be a vessel for like, you know, money or currency.
Right, exactly.
To make it less gauche.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
voucher for a sexual favor.
Right.
Mhm.
Something inside the
Ooh,
card that's
like that.
actually important.
You can put it wherever you want, hon. You can put it an inch up. You can put it an inch down.
Right.
Yeah. Plant it wherever tonight.
Leave
Really
you alone for an
explore.
hour.
Leave
you go.
yeah.
What are we talking about today, fellas? Wes, what's in the cup of coffee?
The cup of coffee. We are going to be talking about crack pipes and the worst airline in the history of the world.
Nice.
Mhm.
Sounds fun. What
I
about
have an
you,
airline.
Chad?
I have an airline story too. So I'll
Oh,
piggyback.
wow.
I'll piggyback off Wes's coffee.
Look at that.
Like
If you want to stick around to the end of the show, bat and clean up in the 4 spot.
Caboose.
Caboose is loose. TikTok International Moment. We're going to India, right? Big country, so you don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. And
Not
Are
good
we-
things usually, but sometimes maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I think Pat has a
Hit or
plane
miss.
story too.
yeah, it's plane related,
Really?
it's
Yeah.
airport related.
Yeah.
And a really feel good story, man.
Up
About
in the
medical
air.
science doing the thing.
oh, wonderful.
Nice. I am going to keep it on the ground. I'll be the only one on the ground today at the Olympics in Beijing. So where?
Damn.
It's like
Well-
the McDonald's land burger.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the Olympics is like. Speaking of interesting topics you might want to dive deeper into, listen to the Hive Hour on patreon.com/hard factor this week. If you want to go on a deep dive about Justin Pierre Thomas Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, with Mark, Wes, and myself. And of course, I remain totally calm and respectful of
Yeah,
Prime
so-
Minister Trudeau the entire time. Right, guys? Right?
Of course.
Mark?
You're very calm. Yeah. Mhm.
I thought
I've
so.
not listened to the show yet, but I was on the show. But how was the deep dive? How did it feel?
I loved it.
It was good. It flew by, and we got a full hour without breaking topics. So
Yeah.
The deeper you peel that onion back, the more disgusted I got. But I stayed cool, right, guys? Didn't
you're fine. Yeah, you weren't too upset.
I'm sure there was no slant to your section of
None
Trudeau's
at all.
life that you covered. But yeah, so if you guys love the deep dive format of the Hive Hour, to you patrons out there, Patreon members, let us know and then make a suggestion for what deep dive you want.
Thank
next
you.
week.
Exactly. Give us some topic choices. Exactly.
I have an idea, but yeah,
well, good.
I'm going to let the
What
Hive
is it?
let us know first that they love it, and then I'm going to drop
They're
the
gonna love
idea.
it. They're gonna love it. Yeah.
I know people are already getting into it, and so it covers everything about Trudeau, absolutely everything. His parents,
From
him,
pre-birth through today.
through today, him hiding from the truckers.
Mhm.
Real quick, going back to Valentine's Day, I wanted to share with you guys. So, our longtime sponsor, Paint Your Life, I actually got my girlfriend a painted picture of her deceased dog, and it came. I was going to be a Valentine's Day present, but it came like 2 weeks early, and I might have shot myself in the foot. I might have given it a little too early. to the point where now I might have to also do a Valentine's thing because that was supposed to be Valentine's.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't help it. I was so excited about it. I was like, I got to give this to you. But I think I fucked
You
myself.
fucked yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's a great painting. I highly recommend Paint Your Life. It looks fantastic.
Wait till my story. Just don't do what the guy in my story did, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You must have a reserve watch or something, right? I know you're buying those things in bulk at Costco.
Yeah. Buy
That's a
7, get
Christmas.
1 free.
That's
You know
a
what?
Christmas.
This is a time when a well-placed card with a reminder
You know what?
that you
Let's do
that
the
you
news.
gave
Can we-
that
Let's
you
do the
gave
news.
this
Let's
hand
do the news. Let's
could
do the
really
news.
work well.
A
Anyway, let's do the
card.
news.
A card reminding her of.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Sorry, Mark. Didn't mean to cut you.
I just said, I think you could just point to the painting in the card. Remember
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
painting.
Oh,
Love
don't
you.
worry. I won't let it go. Don't worry.
I love you so much. That's why I had the painting made.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, you
man.
worry.
You should do the stressed out mom move and rewrap the gift.
No,
And
I
then
can't
give
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to her again.
Yeah, the rewrap of the gift.
Yeah.
Rewrap.
You know what I'm talking about? Christmas morning. We needed something under the tree.
Technically.
Could do that.
Technically,
I think I might go card. I think I'm going to try the card this year. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, guys. Fun fact of the day. Let's talk about plane crashes for a second. Sorry if you're in an airport listening to this, but this information won't save your life. So the FAA claims that there is actually, contrary to popular belief, there is no safest seat on the plane when it comes to a plane crash. Though a time study of plane accidents found that the middle seats in the back of the plane had the lowest fatality rate in a crash. So their research said that during plane crashes, quote, the seats in the back third of the aircraft had a 32% fatality rate compared with 39% in the middle third and 38% in the front third. So, first class looks nice, but, hey, you might be better off in the back.
You don't want that kind of PTSD though, man. Let's be honest. You don't want the PTSD, the final destination situation where you're the only one left, or there were 3 left and you had to eat them.
Just take me out quickly if it's going down.
Right.
Maybe
Head
pass
down.
out from stress or shock. Yeah.
There you go. Holidays. Today is Boy Scout Anniversary Day, or as it's also known, Pedophiles Give Thanks for the Boy Scouts Day.
I thought we got rid of that organization. That's still around?
Well, I believe it's still.
I think they're bankrupt. But
Clanking
I don't
around.
know. I don't
They
know if
still
they're
have-
totally non-existent.
Remember, Pat, these holidays are hard to get rid of. They're easy to get on the docket, but they're hard to get rid of. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be
Yeah.
reminded forever.
I mean, they were selling off Norman Rockwell paintings to pay for sexual abuse claims.
Right. They were doling out the cash because they diddled so many kids.
Like, we need another Rockwell.
Yeah, goddamn.
At least they paid up, unlike some organizations.
Did anyone fake a Rockwell?
Yeah. Is this Rockwell guy still alive? Yeah.
God,
Get him to work.
He would be so upset if he knew that he donated the bulk of his collection to the Boy Scouts of America.
Well, what if he knew that it saved them? Maybe his collection was the only thing that keeping them afloat.
I don't want to talk ill of Rockwell, but what if he's a pedophile?
You
What if
never
he knew
know.
exactly? What if he knew exactly what he was doing?
I don't know. He does have a lot of doesn't he have a lot of kids in his
It's mostly
scenic
family oriented.
What kind of adult donates all their shit to the Boy Scouts?
I mean,
ice skating?
hopefully it's
Someone
not-
with a guilty conscience.
Satisfied Boy Scouts on it and painted.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also Propose Day, which is a day celebrated in India where a large number of people propose by giving roses to their significant others, and is yet another day that will cause a huge fight if you don't meet expectations. In this case, for the poor bastards in India, nothing but a proposal will be good enough. So, that's some stress for you. Thank God we don't
That's
have
a-
Propose Day.
That's a tough
We do
day.
though.
Do we have
I
Propose
mean,
Day?
Valentine's Day is proposed day.
New
So
Year's
is like any like birthday.
No, but
or,
this
like,
is
any holiday.
specifically called Propose Day.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Do they do Valentine's Day on top of that?
It's during the week of Valentine's Day.
Okay.
In America,
They do
it's the-
both.
Yeah, they do both.
Oh my goodness.
This
in
is the
America,
time to get
Propose
proposed
Day
in
is the holiday before she leaves you.
Right. Yeah.
You have
That's
to propose
Valentine's
then.
Day.
Yeah.
Adding that one up in my head.
That was Get a Dog Day.
What are the two biggest
It
Valentine's
varies
Day
depending
proposals?
on how long you're dating and who you're dating,
Yeah.
but Propose Day exists in the U.S.
I think you meant to say puppy, Wes.
Yeah.
You get a dog, and I mean,
Yeah, you know what I meant. Yeah.
get a new one, right?
Finally, well, you're going to like these. It is Extraterrestrial Culture Day and Extraterrestrial Visitor Day. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Wes. I should have loaded the picture of that rock that you sent earlier.
Oh, yeah.
They thought they saw a laying down alien on Mars, but it was just a rock.
Just a rock.
Hey, Will, did that weirdo
Wouldn't you
from
know
South
it?
Africa ever get back to you? Or he's been
Nope.
too busy. Okay.
No, actually, both of the deep state spacetographers that I've contacted, neither has gotten back to me.
It really pisses me off that you're getting big timed by nut jobs.
Well,
Pat the second Will reached out to him, he packed up his cartography maps and left into a different bucket.
I've been discovered.
He got out of town.
And people think I'm a Fed, you know?
Yeah,
It's the glasses.
and the mustache.
That's true.
On this day in history, 1936, the first NFL draft at Philadelphia's Ritz-Carlton Hotel, and University of Chicago halfback Jay Berwanger. He was the first Heisman Trophy winner. He was picked number 1 by the Philadelphia Eagles, but he never played for them or any other NFL team. It was a shoddy draft by the Eagles.
What year was that?
Berwanger never saw the field.
36. Yeah, his rights were traded to the Chicago Bears, but he never played for the Bears or any other NFL team. They basically they bought the Berwanger script and then buried it in their archives.
Did he have a drinking problem?
Yeah, that's the only way we're not seeing the field in
1936, and yeah, probably.
The name like Berwanger.
Yeah, Jay Berwanger.
Man, Berwanger really puts him down.
Yeah, he's a handful. Also, this day, 1986, I'm going to play you a little video here. Spud Webb, who was 5'7",
yes.
one of the shortest players in the history of the NBA. He won the slam dunk contest. He beat Dominique Wilkins.
Man,
Yeah.
it's like he had helium in his shoes.
Yeah, he's impressive. Look
He
at that
did the
guy.
one where he bounced it between his legs, right? And then turned
Yeah.
around.
Look at that.
Man,
he
How
gets-
can a
he
5'7"
gets up.
guy do that?
Yeah, and you'd think that he would be a short king hero, but he's not. He's hated in the short king community.
Wasn't he really
Why's
like
that?
outspoken with his opinions, Spud Webb?
Yeah,
Is it
but you
Like
yeah,
a really
I mean,
opinionated dude.
yeah, you gotta turn your ear down to hear him, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
But
Wait, is someone talking to me?
shouldn't the other short kings be supporting him as a short king with his
No, man.
opinions? Or are they that?
Nah,
are they
they're all
really toxic
Muggsy
opinions?
Bogues fans.
Mm.
Bogues had handles. So
Mhm.
it depends if you wanted Spud. Spud had the ups.
If
Bogues
you're
had
a
the
short
handles.
king and you play basketball, the first thing people are like, "Hey, Spud Webb, hey, Boguesy,
Dude,
hey,
talk about
hey, Stockton."
two great names, Muggsy Bogues and then Spud Webb. I mean, like that was an amazing era of basketball right there.
Yeah.
The two of the shortest players of all time with those names.
Yeah, but they
Playing
probably
around
only
the same time.
intersected for a couple years, huh?
No, I
little
think
bit.
they were the same
They're the same
I
era.
feel like
same era.
Bogues was like early '90s. Spud
Bogues
Webb
was a little
late 80s.
later.
Bogues was a little later, yeah.
Yeah,
But they
Played for the
overlapped.
Hornets,
they
right?
probably did like 5 or 6 years together.
They overlapped for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No trending mentions today. Rogan was offered $100 million to get on Rumble, to leave Spotify to go to the Donald Trump platform Rumble. So
Trump owns Rumble.
yeah, he's affiliated with it. I don't know if he owns it, but
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he's like a part owner. I don't know. I
Interesting.
know he's affiliated with it.
I saw the tweet from the CEO or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Spotify came out and said they weren't going to get rid of him though.
No,
right.
So-
So
they already spent $100
go to
million.
Rumble, who nobody knows what it is,
Right.
or who owns it, or Spotify.
It's like being a guy who can't fight and popping your shirt off early to try to intimidate the other guy out of coming at you, right? You just hope he doesn't call your bluff because Rumble,
Rumble
no
couldn't
way
afford
Rumble's
that.
coming up with $100 million.
No, that would be hard to pay out for Rumble. Yeah.
This is also like Fila, like reaching out to a Nike athlete who's going through some controversy and being like,
Yeah.
Right.
Fila will sponsor you.
I mean, if you want, but you don't want, no, you don't want. Oh, that's okay. You don't
It
want. That's fine.
would end up bankrupting Rumble because they just give all of their money that they
Yeah, they
earn
got some good press,
to
though.
Rogan. That's true.
Yeah, it's good for Rumble.
Yeah.
Wes, I got an update. Can I butt in with an update?
Mhm. Yes. Mhm.
The Austin water company, the water outage that we're still
Oh, yeah.
experiencing for 4 or 5 days, turns out it wasn't the ice storm or the power outage. It was an individual working at the water plant that is like as dumb as Homer Simpson and just didn't hit the button. And one person ruined the water supply for over 1 million people for 5 days. Didn't do his job correctly.
Mhm.
There was an
You
alert
never
going
made a
off.
mistake. You never made a mistake at your job, Mark.
I mean, look, that's a big mistake.
What
I
a
think-
boob.
Yeah.
If he lets this slip in public, he's gonna get his
He's
ass
gonna get-
kicked.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope his wife divorces him.
You got to move towns, bro. You got to move town after you get rid of the water supply for a full week.
You know how many pots and pans I'd wash this week?
It's a little more than that. People get sick. Their pets are having to drink like weird water. It's not as simple as a full week of no tap waters.
So he like turned off the button that cleans the water.
He didn't stop it. The water was getting dirty and the alert was going off, and it was like, stop the dirty water from coming in. And he just was like playing on his phone or whatever.
Whippets in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And by the time someone figured it out, all of the water had been tainted. And so we were all drinking shitty water all weekend because of this douchebag.
I'll get to that alarm soon.
If you think I'm not going to do this, whip it out of a condom,
Yeah.
and you don't know me.
Nobody's here, just me and you, Mr. Whippet. All right, top trends of the day. First, leaders on the right, their heads are spinning after news that some of the money from the American Rescue Program, you remember the American Rescue Program, right? It provides, we got those checks.
It was Biden's stimulus.
Biden's stimulus, yeah. Increased child tax credit, extended unemployment insurance, small business support. Remember the $7.25 billion allocated for PPP loans, everyone defrauded. I forgot one thing. Crack pipes. Yeah, we missed that one when they signed this into law. But yeah, crack pipes are also part of that. It's this new grant program that was actually, the applications closed yesterday. It's called the Harm Reduction Program grant, which is again part of the American Rescue Plan Act, which was passed with the tie-breaking vote coming from VP Kamala Harris, and it's $30 million for this new program, which will begin in May. And I went on the American Rescue Program website to find.
Did you apply for us to get some crack pipes, please?
No,
please?
See, I went on the American Rescue plan, and I was scrolling, and I found, click here for help with finding a vaccine or health coverage or buying food. Click here if you have kids. I need help with rent. I lost my job. Click here if you need help getting a rescue payment. My small business needs help. I didn't find anything where it says click here for crack pipes.
I thought it was like a timeline. It's like, like I lost my job. I picked up crack. I need the crack. Like it was just like,
well, it was like a grant. You could apply for a grant to for the government to pay for clean glass pipes to distribute at local facilities from nonprofits.
It's called a safer smoking kit, guys.
Safer smoking kit. There it is.
And it's called the Richard Pryor kit, and it is because remember that crack pipe exploded in his face. Yeah, no, I saw this. Right, I was thinking, all right, they do the needle exchange program, which makes total sense because it's like that's a drug intravenous that will transmit disease, HIV, hepatitis, etc. But I didn't know that crack cocaine was it's as dangerous as smoking dope, isn't it? No, marijuana in terms of like.
I mean, they say because
herpes, but that's it, right?
It's because of cold sores. Yeah, yes. It's because of cold sores and hot glass. That's it.
Exactly. It's the risk of infection that cold they sores. Want to get rid of by passing out clean pipes for crack cocaine.
So when you see homeless people and they always got cold sores, it's maybe because they're sharing pipes with everybody.
Sure.
Or they're sucking dick for crack.
I mean,
there you go.
Right? There's a lot of possibilities there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're going to get rid of mouth herpes
A or
altogether.
B or C, like the hepatitis.
I mean,
but they're giving out free crack pipes. Though.
For $2.39, you can get what's called an Arby's kit, right? Which is where you get any Arby's sandwich and a straw. You eat the Arby's sandwich or throw it away. You throw the Arby's sandwich away, and then you put your crack cocaine on that foil. And you freebase it with the straw. Like I don't understand
the taste of Arby's. With
I don't think too many people are going to go get their free crack pipes. They'll just do kind of what Pat said or whatever. They're like, they have these places in certain cities that exist, like the old abandoned hotels that they turn into centers for people that are drug addicts to go safely do drugs. Right? Are they going to be distributed at only places like this, or
it was like local places. What is
it's nonprofits that run in cities that are going to be handing out that are drug facilities and they
other places.
Yeah, they're not just going to be like
a fun add-on for them. They have to now interact
throwing
with
crack pipes. Yeah, they're not going to be throwing crack pipes out the window.
Yeah, it's like basically there'll be offices now that have federally funded free crack pipes at them.
This is like
where these people can walk in. They'd be like, "Hey, give me one of those free crack pipes."
This is like when Taco Bell. Here you go. Taco Bell did the monthly membership where you get one free taco and it's going to bring in a bunch of homeless people. Like basically.
Will, can you read this?
Except it's on purpose.
Yeah.
They want to do it.
Is that big enough where you can read, Will?
I have the same thing here, Pat.
You have the same thing?
Yeah. So HHS, the Human Health and Services, said that the kits aim to reduce the risk of infection when smoking substance with glass pipes, which can lead to infections through cuts and sores. Applicants for grants are prioritized if they treat a majority of underserved communities, including African Americans, LGBTQ persons, as established under President Joe Biden's executive order on advancing racial equality. So this is part of his plan to advance racial equality, according to some people. But it's not,
it's
not
put that under that umbrella.
Yeah, who says that? That's a you got to figure out where the source on that
a
is.
spokesman for the HHS.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's actually Biden administration's saying that. So that's why are they saying that? That's weird.
Yeah. But it's not all like fucking weird. Like, this is all Biden's passing out crack pipes. It's also
but it's weird to say it's for what? What did he say?
Racial advancing racial equality.
Okay, it's for safe crack pipe usage.
Those black and Hispanic crackheads like dirtier pipes and they get more infected. So now we're gonna have less infections across the board. Like the white crack addicts like to use clean pipes. Let's get them out for everyone.
Yeah, they're a little bit more. Is that what they're saying?
The
whites, they're a little bit more discerning.
I really don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it.
I really don't get it either.
Yeah,
crack pipes. It's crack.
It's crack addicts.
I mean, in reality, this is just
because CIA invented crack, right, and then put it in black communities.
Yes.
So that maybe that's
okay.
The point. But then why would you be giving them? It's weird why they're filing it that way.
This is also just what the right is kind of latching onto. Also in the program, they're going to be giving syringes, vaccines, disease screenings, condoms, fentanyl strips to make sure you don't OD, reversal medication, education programs, other really good stuff.
That's really good. The heroin and the fentanyl stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But one guy who's weighing in is Sergeant Clyde Boatwright. He's the president of Maryland Fraternal Order of Police. And he says that government resources are better spent on preventing drug abuse rather than making it safer, which is what this program seems to be doing. He says, quote, "If you look at a more preventative campaign as opposed to enabling campaign, I think it will offer an opportunity to have safer communities with fewer people who are dependable on these substances." And I mean, I failed logic in college because I was drunk, but that sounds logical.
Yeah, except Clyde just woke up from a 37-year nap, and he's like, you know what? We need more programs to keep the kids off the drugs, not to treat the drugs, because humans are humans and drugs are readily
I think he means stop doing the programs that enable continued usage and start doing more programs that require people to get clean if they're going to receive any help.
Take any money that you are allocating towards handing out crack pipes and use it for education and prevention of drug abuse.
So
there's a huge debate on this right now in the homeless space, especially.
It's such a heavy lift. Yes, in a perfect world, absolutely in a perfect world, you want to invest in communities at the grassroots level. It takes decades and decades. It's a twofold operation.
Yeah, right. No, it's not an easy fix. But what about do they and could they put in a bunch of millions like this 30 millions into new AA facilities?
Yeah, I mean that's going to be kind of part of it, the education part of it.
Yeah,
but 30 million isn't going to do shit. If I was an advocate of this program,
facilities.
I'd be pissed that it was only 30 million. Like that's what the real outrage should be.
But this was specifically for this stuff they're handing out.
Crack.
I mean, and the fentanyl strips and stuff. I mean, hopefully most of it went to fentanyl strips and Narcan and stuff to
Narcan is a big part
for people to avoid
they
heroin
should throw
overdoses
a couple billion at fentanyl.
They really should.
Right. Hopefully it all went to hopefully nobody freaking applied for these crack pipes and all of it went to the fentanyl, and
that's like a voted
problem right
the crack pipe's like an I voted sticker for these people in this program. You get your free crack pipe because you participated.
What's the point? I do think it sends a weird message. Doesn't it send a weird message? It's like, all right, I can go get my government crack pipe.
I'm just glad it's going to level the field racially on crack smoking.
Yeah. But, guys, I did the math. I'm
sorry. Maybe start with the mandatory minimum sentencing.
Right. Get the people
for fucking crack
get
cocaine
people out of jail
versus powdered cocaine, you assholes. Joe Biden is part of the problem, right?
He is.
That's why an entire generation of black men got fucking destroyed.
She enforced it.
Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, Kamala. They locked up a ton of black people.
But I did the math, guys, and there's 209 million people in the U.S. over the age of 18. So if you use that 30 million instead and distributed it to everyone over the age of 18, it comes out to almost $7 a person, which is about what you need to enjoy a nice meal at McDonald's and to try one of their new hack menu items.
Is that the right math?
No, 7 cents a person.
Yeah, no. How would if it's $30 million and
30
there's
million.
209 million people? How is that possible, Wes?
No,
Did I do
yeah,
the
there's
wrong
like
math?
300 million, so
Yeah.
it's like a tenth. Yeah, so
Yeah,
10 cents.
it's
You got to
like 10
carry a
cents.
0.
Divided by 30.
This always happens when people try to do that.
Yeah. Because
People always
I
are
had said
trying
like
to
600 million Americans. I was
Just
being
think about
facetious.
it,
There's
Wes.
like 330.
It's
I
less
think.
than $1 right off the
You're
bat,
right.
right?
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Did the math wrong.
30 million divided by 300 million.
Well, I tried to work at the McDonald's. And
High C at McDonald's.
But for $7 you could get a hat.
yeah, for $7 you get a hack. And at Hard Factor News, at McDonald's, and hashtag Hard Factor sent me. I was positive I did that math right. So I'm an English major. Okay, let's move on to the trending topic number 1, or
The cream of the crop!
okay, the reason I did that very fucked up fun fact is because it was announced yesterday, a major power move by the 2 worst airlines in the United States, Spirit, which holds the WAC, Worst Airline Council belt, and the WAA, the Worst Airline Association belt, and Frontier, which holds the IWWA, the International Worst Airline Association belt, and the WWAA, World's Worst Airline Association belt.
Chips are here.
Yeah, they're coming together. They're going to unify
Wow.
those belts. That's right. Yeah, a long play there. And become the undisputed worst airline in the world. And now the 5th largest airline in the U.S. by market share. So,
What are they going to be called? Like shit?
right. That's what Rumble Air. I don't know.
Basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, basement airs.
Man,
Listen,
Shard Air?
Allegiant must feel so lonely today.
Oh yeah.
Allegiant-
No, dude,
they're-
Allegiant is way better than these two.
they're
Allegiant,
not even in the top
I'll tell you,
10.
Allegiant being out in Nevada where they're based, Allegiant's much
All
better.
right, well,
than
try
these two.
again. Sun Country must feel so lonely today.
I don't even know what that is.
Sun
Yeah.
Country. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never flown it.
So the big 4 are American, Southwest, Delta, United, and now the top 5 will be this new airline formed when Spirit and Frontier merge, if
Skid Air.
the Biden administration allows them to do it. So
Why would they stop this? It's
Well-
certainly not like a fucking monopoly.
I mean,
they
someone's
stopped-
got
they-
to stop it.
because they stopped
Fart
Jet-
air.
bad idea.
Queef Airlines.
Yeah, Queef Airlines.
um
When you put the thing down, like the window down, it just makes a like a queef noise.
GED Air.
Yeah.
they stopped was it JetBlue and United or Delta from merging because they thought that would increase fares and create kind of like a monopoly. So they're not
I
sure
can
if
see JetBlue and Delta. That's like, yeah.
This is a real 1936 NFL draft with Grimderberger or whatever. This is
Yeah.
this is not going to pan out well.
Oh my
Well,
God.
my theory on the whole thing is it's just a rebranding,
It's
right?
not good.
It's just a rebranding move. Like
Yeah.
they're sick of being Frontier and Spirit, the shitty airline. Now they can merge, they can rebrand and get a bigger market share, and probably pretty soon they're going to be charging just as much as the big boys for airlines.
This,
no?
what this is going to be like is when a man who's got a shitty group of kids and a woman who's got a shitty group of kids, both
Mhm.
groups of kids are violent, get married. It's going to be a blended family.
Yeah.
Dude, in the fucking lounge,
It's like a gypsy wedding.
You think it's going to take 7 to 10 years for the violence to shake out
Well,
between
Pat,
the,
Sure.
that's a huge advantage for this
the
airline.
employees, coming together.
For people that are like missing like live PD and shows like that, they should just get like court TV. They should just put cameras in these planes and live stream the flights on every network, because I would pay for a network like a Paramount Plus or whatever that I didn't have to watch streaming air of the Shard Air like flights.
Yeah, did they say anything about bans? Like
Yeah.
I bet there were so many Googles today of like, if I was banned on Frontier, am I banned on
Right.
Lick Air?
Everybody's
I don't know.
unbanned and alcohol sales are coming back, is my guess.
Yeah.
It's gonna be everyone's gonna get their free crack pipe and go straight to a flight on this piece of shit airline.
Yeah, that the passenger shaming account is going to be. You're going to have to book flights on this flight. You're going to have to book flights on this airline.
Oh man,
if you
It was American and JetBlue, not
their
Delta.
credit card is going to be the new Discover card.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
You're going to get approved.
Yeah, you're in for a $75 limit.
Right when interest rates are going up too. It's going to be like a 30% interest rate.
Half a ticket.
Man. And half the flights it's just going to be them selling it on the flight too. Like they're going to have so many announcements for their
Lots of
stupid
little
credit
pens,
card. Yeah.
But stocks rose with this announcement.
They got stock?
Yeah, Spirit and Frontier both have stock. Spirit was up 17%.
Surprised.
Really? Yeah, they did billions of dollars in
sales,
revenue. Yeah.
Big seats. They got to keep the big seats. Spirit's big seats are the best seats in the business because they don't cost. They cost like an economy for United or whoever else, and they're the first 4 seats in Spirit Airlines, and they have so much leg room. So you pay like $350 or $400 for round trip instead of $200, and you get like double, triple the leg room on Spirit Air. They got to. They got to
It's
keep
called
that.
the Diabetes Express, but they only sell.
Yes.
Yes.
People look so jealous when you're in them because they all really need them. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but I think they're just gonna rebrand and prices are just gonna move.
He's got both his
You're
feet. I got
optimistic.
diabetes worse.
Yeah, he should get up for me. It's like the opposite of getting up for a veteran. Like you get up for a person with worse diabetes than you.
Oh man.
Oh,
They're gonna have to start dropping the oxygen masks halfway through every flight.
I really hope they have the seat yourself policy like Southwest.
Oh no,
Because
that'd
I
be
can
a riot.
imagine that
Yeah,
getting
fight.
violent. Yeah.
Oh man, it's like
They can't
having
do
a
that.
seat yourself policy at reform school. It just doesn't work, you know.
yeah. A lot of people would be in the middle seat unconscious, knocked out and placed in the middle seats.
Yeah, they better put some extra bolts in those seats. I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
They're
it's
find
gonna
a way
Get in the middle seat or I'll
Heavy
put you there.
flights.
Someone's gonna find a way to toss a chair.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to stick with planes?
Sure.
Let's stick with planes, shall we? And let's stick with a theme that will certainly occur daily, many times a day on flights of this new Frontier Spirit team up. And that's guys looking at hardcore porn on their phones mid-flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
What
Gonna be
happened?
big
Paying
on
for the
Basement
Wi-Fi.
Airlines. Yeah.
Yep, paying for the Wi-Fi to get that Pornhub. So Sandy Prudente is a TikTok user, and she completely invaded the privacy of the guy sitting in front of her and videoed his phone, which she says the dude was using to watch Pornhub the second the girl sitting next to him, who he was with, fell asleep.
Okay.
So here's a picture of like her TikTok. It's only like 3 seconds long.
He thought he was
And-
home. Yeah.
Yeah, and it basically has she put up a picture of women clothed there, and she says in the caption, "Trust me, he was looking at Pornhub. I just couldn't put it up because TikTok wouldn't let me. It would violate their privacy." And then she wrote a caption on the thing and said, "Can't trust no guy. Swear this man was watching girls literally nude while his girl is asleep." Laughy face.
Oh no, no man has ever looked at nudes while their girl slept before.
What do you guys think about this move?
I mean, you got a problem, but
If he was watching like penetration porn on an
Yeah.
airplane, that's something else.
Yes,
I
he
don't know
was.
if I believe it. The picture she posted was not very
Yeah.
convincing.
Looks like
It's
an
two
Instagram
girls
reel.
in G-strings.
She claims he was on Pornhub.
I mean,
that was
she
a
claims.
TikTok reel, but she claims he was on Pornhub, and she just couldn't post the Pornhub part because TikTok wouldn't let her.
So
Right?
just to
Still-
take this man hater's word for it.
I'll believe
Yeah.
that shit.
it could have been from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, honestly, from as far away as we saw it. But do you think that does Pornhub have a filter for this, like a warm up filter where
Plane
not
mode?
safe for work but safe
They
for plane?
should, right? They should have like something you can watch in public.
Mhm.
They have like little planes on the nipples and the penises.
I certainly haven't found it.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah,
It's
so
a
the
hack.
softer side of Pornhub.
it's
Soft-
interesting,
soft
right?
tone.
It's an interesting move that the guy would start watching porn the second someone fell asleep on a plane in general, because nosy people could have been a kid behind him, right?
Right.
Right.
You need the window seat for that move. You
Let's
can
think
just
it's the
curl away.
You also need to put the phone way lower. He had it like way up
And-
close to his head.
a privacy screen, like one of those
Mhm.
tinted screens. Let's take it to the internet to see some of the reactions. Caitlin Field says, look, if you don't respect your girlfriend, just say that. So she wants him to wake her up and say, I don't respect you, and I'm going to watch porn. So it's interesting from Caitlin.
Caitlin's projecting a little bit. She
Yeah.
has no idea what this relationship dynamic is.
I know
man.
these girls are all assuming that this man hates this girl because he looked at some fucking asses
Pat brings
while
up a good
she's
point,
sleeping on him.
which we're going to get to in the last comment. But next one is from user so-and-so. It says, yep, mines does this all the time, trying to convince me all guys do this. It's primal. It's normal. Ugh, it's not. No, it's not. So she's complaining that her man is on the porn all the time, too, on this
We
account.
got to stick together on this, guys.
Yeah, it's normal. And then
Can we get some scientists in on this?
yeah, study. Krisha says, it's a TikTok, lol. My husband goes to the strip club. He still comes home at the end of the night. It's not that deep, laughy face. And someone writes, this is embarrassing for you.
Yeah.
Some hot chick. So, are they gonna like outlaw like Oculuses on airplanes now? Because you could easily watch some porn in an Oculus and no one
I don't
would
think
know.
so. No, go for it.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude, you could
Go
watch
for
your porn. Also, that hot chick who said that this was embarrassing. Can we pull that one back up?
Yeah.
Her name is user 271940591. I'm sure it's a real hot chick.
It's generic username. If
no,
she was that hot, she would say her name. Yeah.
If you're a hot chick,
You're
you're putting Brittany or whatever your name. You're
Right.
telling
Destiny.
everyone.
Yeah, whatever the fucking name is.
yeah, that person's picture doesn't have a fake username.
Two more. This one user says, I've got more of a problem with the person recording and watching someone else's phone. Mind your own business. And then the creator, Sandy Prudente, says, glad I made you mad. She was up in everyone's comments. Commenting on it. Yeah,
Sandy doesn't give a fuck.
the last one's my absolute favorite. It's from Kirk Acosta, who goes, maybe it's his sister he's traveling with. So he waits till his sister falls asleep and
Boom.
goes straight into the hardcore porn right next to her.
It's a family thing.
Could be a colleague, yeah.
Could be a colleague, and he's just ripping into porn, has a massive boner right next to her.
There he goes.
While she's asleep.
I was
Priming himself.
I was
wherever
once
he's
on,
landed.
on an airplane with a colleague, and I got a giant boner in my sleep, and I heard her gasp at me in the middle because I like was like in and out of sleep, you know, and I think I flexed it.
You're grunting.
And,
Flexed
you're
it?
like,
Yeah.
did you have sweatpants?
And she it was like it was like comfortable pants, and she was like, I heard her go, oh my god.
You sure it was a gas?
No, it wasn't a gasp like what a
Was it a
monster.
shriek
It
or a
was
gasp?
it was a disgusted sound.
the plane shook when he flexed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
The oxygen mask came
I
down.
just pretended to be asleep the rest of the flight.
Man,
Is that
I'll
a
tell you
snake
what,
in his
though.
pants?
Jesus.
one of my favorite things to do on a plane, for real though, is creep on what people are texting other people in front of me. I love to. I'm a huge fan of it.
Really?
I love it. I love it because it's just like you're like in there. You're like there with them. You're
I just
This is
assume
why-
everybody's a freak, and I try
This
to
is
like.
why you got to
stay
be
my little
careful
bubble.
what you're watching, because like half the people are like Pat and Sandy. They will look at your phone, so you got to be careful. And again, this is going to be a daily occurrence on that new Spirit Frontier Airline. It's,
Oh, for
it's
sure.
more often than not, the screens will have hardcore porn. on them.
Sandy's just gonna live on that new Basement Airlines or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. Queef Air.
She's going to have a
Spud Air.
TikTok account with content for years, just going on those flights.
Just gonna fly that airline. That's her new job. Have fun, Sandy.
Sandy,
Sandy Prudente.
front butt air.
front butt air, muff air.
Yeah. Fupa Air. All right. This next segment story, one time, not recurring, is called "At Least You Don't Have to Eat at the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics," and it's a pretty self-explanatory segment because there's a shitload of reports from athletes who are just trying to live or eat at the Beijing Winter Olympics that are currently going on, and they're having a very hard time doing any of that. You know, some of them, a lot of them. And a quick aside for all the NBC Olympics viewers out there, I've started a days since imminent invasion of Ukraine counter to keep track of how long it's been since the Russian invasion of Ukraine has been imminent, according to Joe Biden and the various MSNBC hosts of the Olympics. And it's been 18 days. Yeah, they announced that on January 18th, but still no invasion, thankfully. Just Macron and Putin meeting at a giant table.
Look at that table. That's lonely.
Massive. massive table at the Kremlin.
Room.
But yeah,
Macron couldn't pull up next to him to talk.
They got to keep COVID. Got to keep your distance.
What's that about, man?
That's
the table
weird.
has 3 pillars between them.
It's
It's like a 25-foot table.
King Ralph or something, man.
Yeah, you have to shout to the person across from you.
They ate like a 7-course meal there. Anyways, no invasion still, so good. That's good. But the Olympics viewers might think that they've invaded because they keep saying like, "Are they going to invade today? this hour?"
Tarico's scaring the shit out of everyone. Mike.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to something else scary. The food in Beijing, it's allegedly horrible, and sometimes you even have to eat it in total isolation, like Finland men's hockey player Marco Antila, who remains in COVID-19 isolation for 18 days still after testing positive.
Have they given him another test?
Yeah, they apparently they test him all the time. But he's been in there for 18 days. And the 6'8" giant hockey player has been locked in an isolation room for those 18 days. And his coach, Jukka Jalonen, I don't know, is it silent J's in Finnish? Jukka Jalonen?
You're asking us?
Jaromir Jagr, right?
Jaromir Jagr?
Jukka Jalonen has fucking had it. Coach Jukka Jalonen says he's not even getting real food, and he's a very big guy because he doesn't know what's going on and what will happen with him. It's like uncertainties, so it's also bad mentally. So yeah, no, it's bad. Mark, I don't know how Finnish people talk. The isolation chambers that Marco's in.
So that's
Marco's been in one of these
scary
rooms where the only thing he's seen is a person in a hazmat suit giving him food for 18 days.
Not only the hazmat suit, but they have tape over every part of their wrist. Like the tape is very alarming.
Yeah, it's a bad scene.
You could be in space in that outfit.
Yeah, so his coach, Jukka Jalonen, has a great point. It's very tough mentally for Marco as well as physically. Marco tested negative all the times leading up to his positive test by the CCP, and now they won't let him go, which makes me say, and he's in that tiny isolation room with all the tape, and which makes me say, at least I don't have to eat my meals with Marco in the isolation pods at the Olympics right now. You know what I mean? And then it's dark. It's bad. And then also bad news for Marco. Once his isolation chamber ends, and that's a horrible place to eat a meal, it's gonna. You think he's going to play hockey? No, he's not going to play hockey. Learn more from Belgian skeleton racer Kim Meilman's heartfelt Instagram post for what happens after you get out of the isolation chambers.
What happens?
Good news that I was sent out of the isolation facility.
She's crying.
We thought this meant I was allowed to return to the Olympic Village and will be treated maximum as a close contact. On the way to the village, we did not turn to the village, but the ambulance went to another facility where I am now.
She's crying. Sorry, for the listeners.
Talk about pale.
I am supposed, my NOC got surprised by this decision as well. I'm supposed to stay here
for 10 years.
For another 7 days with 2 PCRs a day and no contact with anybody else. Okay. I am allowed to slide alone.
No coaches.
We are not even sure I will ever be allowed to return to the village.
I mean, during
and
the
obviously
Olympics?
This is very hard for me. So I ask you all to give me some time to consider my next steps because I'm not sure
we're not expecting anything.
I can handle 14 more days and the Olympic competition while being in this isolation.
Oh man, this is sad.
Get out of there.
Yeah, it's not good, right?
They're gonna let her slide completely by herself and empty the course from like coaches. They're gonna set her luge on fire and just once she goes down,
right,
just burn her to death.
I'm sorry, but she's gonna get to compete.
Maybe.
Well, Pat, at the time she wasn't sure. And I'll tell you what, Mark, I wouldn't want to eat a meal at the secret training facility Kim's being kept at either.
No.
Wouldn't want to eat there. But that video was from a week ago, Pat. Good point. Kim actually buckled down and was able to stick it out, and she got back on the ice on Monday. So she made it through the 2
How'd
weeks
she
that
do?
she had to do. She got 9th out of 18.
Yeah,
So
probably pretty bad after that ordeal.
I mean, with that kind of mental
I don't know what she was
toughness,
expecting. But
Yeah.
I don't expect much. to
she
be
beat
honest with
some
you.
people. She was
She's a
9th.
crier. Yeah, I think some people might have let her once they knew they were out of medal contention. Some people might have given her a few
You think she
spots.
brought that attitude into her training routine? Probably.
I'll say, her experience didn't look fun.
I will
I'm
say
glad-
those people are nuts. I've been watching a lot of the Olympic events, and they're going over 80 miles an hour downhill on ice. They're insane.
Oh, I bet they are, Mark, because
Yeah.
the next thing that makes me weary about eating at these Olympics is simply the big air ski park that was set up inside a power plant.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Literally looks like the Olympics are being hosted at Chernobyl or Gotham City. No, that's
it's-
real.
No, I watched that. I watched that
the-
one too. It's
The
amazing.
tweet I stole this from just says hellscape, which is a pretty
Yeah.
good
But you-
description.
You know how video
Um,
games have like backdrops of stadiums? This is the ultimate. This is the ultimate backdrop for like a game, like power plant, big ski power plant.
It's
zone.
literally
Yeah.
an enormous power plant, and the big air ski competition was set up inside of it. So gross. No chance I would want to eat a meal inside that stadium. It's
What kind of probation do you give China as the Olympic Committee? Like, how many years before they're allowed to do this again?
This
like
is
100?
embarrassing.
Never again.
Yeah, never again, right?
No,
Never-
the power
never-
plant thing.
Dude, never again. Because it gets worse than setting up a stadium inside a power plant. The one thing that really makes me want to say, at least I don't have to eat at the Olympics right now, is this tweet from Joe Pompliano. And taking it to the internet, Joe tweets, Russian athlete Valeria Vastanova posted this photo on Instagram. She says that the same meal has been served at the Winter Olympics in Beijing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 5 days already.
This is tying it back to the Frontier Spirit Airline. This is the flight the meal they're going to serve.
Is that a raw like quail in the
raw
top?
Yeah, it's like it's a bird.
A raw bird.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a hospital plate with 5 compartments.
Look
in
at the
it.
tiny legs of that bird.
Clearly delivered to you cooked but cold.
I mean, what's the justification there? Like this looks like the type of cheese sandwich that you get when you're in a fallout shelter during a hurricane.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
This is worse.
It's disgusting. So it's got bare a penne pasta. It's got like a disgusting chunky looking marinara. Some fingerling potatoes that look like they were cooked like 3 months ago. Some lamb that looks like it was cooked even longer than that. It's gray. And then
a
like
raw tiny bird.
a
raw tiny bird.
uncooked bird. It's insane. And
It's
this
a
is what
boiled
they're
bird.
getting every meal 3 times a day, every fucking day. And she said some people get worse than her. And so Vestanova added,
Sometimes I save up my 3 birds and eat them all at once.
Yeah. It's my dessert. Is that uncooked
I've been
bird?
trading them.
you think there's one guy crushing all the uncooked birds?
He
Oh,
loves
yeah.
the birds.
The bodybuilders are loving those things.
Vastanova, the Russian athlete, added, quote, I only sleep all day because I don't even have the strength to get out of bed. I only eat 3 handfuls of pasta a day because it's just impossible to eat the rest of the food. My stomach hurts. I'm very pale and I have huge black circles around my eyes. I want this all to end. I cry every day. I'm very tired. And she conveniently deleted that IG post. But looking at Valeria's cold hospital meal with the uncooked pigeon for breakfast, lunch, and dinner makes me say, at least, none of us, we all don't have to eat at the Olympics right now.
That's right.
Never
Yeah.
again, China.
I've put on a music festival, right? And it's challenging to do food on location. But with no money, I've done it better than that.
Oh, Pat, this is just communism, bro. It sucks. This is
We'll show them the power
Don't-
plant picture
don't-
again.
Don't blame it on that.
They have an event inside a power plant.
That
Pat.
is literally what communism on a plate looks like. And that story about communism on a plate was brought to you by PredictIt, the stock market of politics. Go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor40 to to get up to $40 match.
Okay, so I see a
Stock
free 8 cents. Who are the idiots saying Xi won't be reelected?
The only two China markets they got is Xi reelected before 2023. I think they have to like call it special, but yeah, 92 cents. That's a free 8 cents if you want.
Yeah, it's free 8 cents.
And then this other guy, Chunhua, he may be getting into Xi's like cabinet, and he's 67 cents by 2023 to get in there. So if you want to look up Hu Chunhua and you think that he's going to get in before 2023, there's a free, there's a 30 cent right there. Also, Wes's bets on Trump, that he'll be the nominee. All that stuff still in the 30s for people who want to jump on Trump. Again, predictit.org/promo/hard factor 40 to get up to $40 matched in the stock
and
market.
Primary start next month, so get in there now because got to get your hands wet. And then if you have any questions, ask us.
The bets will be flowing.
Discord has a PredictIt thread. Patreon.com/hard factor. Get it on the Discord. There's a PredictIt thread. We'll make some money together.
I got my hands wet.
That could be the name of the airline too. Wet Hands Air.
Wet Hands Airline. All right. Jelly hands. Where's
Sticky
it at?
fingers.
Where's it at?
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Hey, we haven't said this in a while, so if you're a new listener to the show, here's the deal. TikTok, it's how we're going to blow up. It's the fastest growing social media platform by far. And people on TikTok, most of them are international. They fucking love international stories, bro. They eat them up. Yeah, what does Bill Paxton say about Jamie Lee Curtis's tits in
Dip them in buttermilk.
True Lies.
It's like,
It's something with buttermilk.
Yeah, like begging for buttermilk.
Yeah,
He wants to eat them up like a boiled little bird.
So there you go. Do a little homework on that clip if you haven't seen True Lies.
Ass like an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah, an ass like an 8-year-old boy. That's what I meant to say. Guys, let's
She's a real idiot.
beg for buttermilk, something like that.
Yeah, it's
What
beg
is
for
it?
buttermilk.
Do it slowly.
True Lies?
Yeah, it's when he's driving around in the convertible and he's telling Arnold to his face that he's going to bang his wife because he doesn't know. He's like, her husband's a real idiot.
Yeah.
Right.
And he just imagines killing him.
I don't remember the buttermilk.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll have it for you next
in
show.
there.
So
Nice.
That's a reason to come
It's a new
back.
clip for us.
All right, guys, let's go over to Switzerland real quick. Let me put some shit in perspective for you, okay? From, I don't know, about 50,000 years ago till, I don't know, about 175 years ago, if you were getting surgery of any kind, you were letting the doctors raw dog you, which is what medical professionals called operating without anesthesia, raw dogging, because previous to October 16th, 1846, ain't no anesthesia, okay? 50,000 years almost, no anesthesia. Bam, 175 years, we've had it. Let me put some else in perspective for you, okay? I don't know, from about 50,000 years ago till, I don't know, about 93 years ago, if you had any of those germs get all up in you, or if you raw dogged an unclean man or woman, either your dong has fallen off or you're dying of syphilis, because before 1929, no antibiotics. Sorry. Let me put some else in perspective for you.
Man, that would have sucked back in the dick falling off days.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Different meaning of the word raw dog. It changed at the turn of the century.
Plus, it's harder to convince chicks to bang you when your like dick's like halfway off. You're like, come on, it's not as bad as it looks.
Can we blow out some of these
yeah.
candles?
I got raw dogged.
I like it darker in here.
What do you want? There's no antibiotics, you know?
Antibiotic? Are you from the future?
Yeah.
Did you just make up a word? Let me put some else in perspective for you, okay? From about 50,000 years ago, I don't know, till about 61 years ago, you had to play the tits that you were dealt, so to speak, okay? It didn't matter how good your credit was. God was your plastic surgeon, because before the 1960s, when doctors started filling up blood bags with silicone and changing trophy wives forever, when tits were invented, fake tits, right? You just dealt, okay?
Jeez, how many high fives did that doctor get 61 years ago?
A lot. So anyway, if you get what I'm getting at,
Yeah.
right? Long period of time of suck and a relatively short period of time of sick, okay? The opposite thereof. And up until yesterday, if you got paralyzed because you, I don't know, got into a motorbike accident because you're a bad boy and you severed your spinal cord, that was curtains on walking. No walking for you.
Oh.
But I wouldn't throw away those motorcycle boots quite yet. guys.
You still might not want to ride again, even, but hopefully they can walk. Maybe
Sun never sets on
What
a
the
badass.
hell are
Will.
you about to say, Pat? What are
If
you
I'm walking, I'm riding, guys. You might want to not want to throw those boots away quite yet, because with the help of a spinal implant, a man who is paralyzed with a severed spinal cord has been able to walk again. This is thanks to a team of crack Swiss doctors. Here's a quick video of this gentleman. This guy straight severed his spine.
he's an athletic specimen. So
Wow. Yeah.
results may vary. You know.
Yeah, they did say a lot of it was that guy, but still,
he could do 50 pull-ups before.
I mean, he looked great on this machine they made for him. Oh man,
he really did. But look, he was
You're
walking
showing
out there.
off.
He was walking out there. Guys, the research was published in the journal Nature Medicine, which sounds like a fake medical journal designed to sell you supplements. And honestly, if it is, sign me up for the monthly auto renew of the Platinum Plan, because I've seen a lot of spinals, and this guy fucking walks, right?
That's pretty cool.
It's big news. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No, that's from Big
The-
Lebowski.
The only other thing the only other thing I saw, you like that? The only other thing I saw, like, it was when that guy built it for his son, but it was like an exoskeleton. This isn't even an exoskeleton.
This was just assisting him to like get his own legs going.
Yeah, that was kindergarten to this 8th grade, guys. A simple explanation of how the implant works, if you want to know. Here's the diagram. Nerves in the spinal cord send signals from the brain to the legs, and some people are paralyzed, right, when the nerves are damaged through injury. In many cases, there's no signal at all to the legs because the spinal cord is severed, like in the example I just showed you. But the implant sends signals directly to the legs, enabling the patient to walk and feel their legs, but only when the implant is turned on. So it's like not happening during.
Why didn't we think of this before?
Yeah, this is like Viagra for the spine.
Also, not only that, but like that infographic they made, if you put like an X-ray picture and then 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and what I'll believe anything.
I know.
Like that would have sold me. They could have told me that made the guy fly.
Yeah, if you're a billionaire, you're throwing a couple $100 million into it. Brilliant plan.
Yeah, that's some
Spine,
good
you
marketing.
say?
You just need one. You just need one slide. Well, just that graphic.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about spines. I gotta be honest with you.
I guess I'm in the spine business now.
Wes, are you
Graphics too
thinking?
damn good.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What's that?
That this gives you total carte blanche to continue your unhealthy and risky behavior because the eggheads will bail your ass out. You just got to focus on not dying.
Yeah, I mean it's a good fallback, that I might walk one day if I want to continue, maybe get a new motorcycle or something.
Yeah, so I'm not saying just you. I'm saying guys who think like me and you, right?
Yeah.
Let's just keep ripping heaters and flirt
You'll
with
get bailed out.
diabetes.
You'll get bailed
Well,
out. Yeah.
the spine thing doesn't stop lung cancer or throat cancer. Strictly.
Did you hear the setup, Will?
He's saying in the past 80 years or so, everything's been happening. So 30 years from now, imagine.
Yeah.
The lung is close to the spine.
It's pretty close.
It is. Could be an all in one. Put up that graphic again. You could add like a maybe upgrade the implant to get the
Draw a
lung
lung in
too.
there. You're good.
It's vibrating the whole body. It fixes everything.
Yeah, everything's fine now. That implant.
I don't know. Looks good.
That implant.
You say signals?
All right, guys. Keeping with the airline theme, let's go over to India. In northeastern India, there's a city. I didn't know about this, but there's a city where Buddha himself is believed to have found enlightenment, which is pretty cool. And all of our theology major listeners out there will know that I am, of course, talking about the city of Gaia, which, because of the Buddha thing, is a very popular pilgrimage destination. And
Is that the place where he had a lot of sex, or the place where he sat under the tree?
I don't know, bro. You know, it's choose your own adventure for enlightenment. Which Buddha do you like better?
Probably both.
That's
I
where
thought
he
it
was
was
watching. He was watching Pornhub under the tree.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, there was like that story. You guys read Siddhartha, right? That's supposed to be like the Buddha's life,
Yeah, like
right?
30 years ago.
Will,
He's
I
like,
remember.
so he's like
Theology
sits under a tree,
majors, not minors.
he sits under a tree for a bunch of it, and then he goes and has a ton of sex, which is those chapters are pretty cool. And he also goes back to the tree.
Well, that's sick. I might get that on tape.
Yeah,
Blow,
Kama Sutra.
blow out the candles. Listen to it, guys. It seems, however, that lawmakers in India are dead set on making a major change to this sacred, holy city. You see, currently, if you were on a flight to Gaia, if you were to look down at your ticket, you would see the city's 3-digit identifier code, which would tell you that you are speeding on a non-stop collision course with gay. That's right, guys. The IATA airport code for Gaia is gay. And it has Indian members of parliament saying, ew, not me. No, you are. And doing things
Open
like
the door.
buying freshman members of parliament one-way tickets from New Delhi to Gaia and then sending the travel confirmation to their email and then asking if they got the Evite and then being like, you're going to gay.
They tag it with no homo.
No
Remember,
homo.
Wasn't that a thing like just a year ago? Like what that's saying?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah,
A couple of years ago.
No homo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's out with
Like
the
5
old.
years ago.
That's
yeah.
like 02.
This is bad, but have you ever traveled to
Remember people used to
Fagadosha?
say that after everything? Yeah.
Seen what it says on the ticket?
proud to wear.
Fagadosha?
I don't Indrajit Gorpade, who's an
From the West Coast.
LGBTQ rights advocate.
It's in Eastern Europe.
It's a hub. Indrajit Gorpade, an LGBTQ rights advocate from the group Yes, We Exist, India, told Vice News that, quote, the parliamentary panel desperately wants to change Gaia's airport code because it feels that gay is embarrassing, offensive, and inappropriate. And I guess apparently the committee has been lobbying to change the Gaia airport code from gay to YAG since last January. And I guess when it said that having a, quote, gay airport code is going to what I'm trying to say is that the parliamentary people said that keeping the airport code as it currently is going to seriously affect the possible tourism dollars that could be brought in from the 8th grade boy demographic.
Yeah. Ramp them up.
Yeah.
Screw Gaia. I'm traveling to Titicaca.
Yeah, I'm not going there, man.
Tit.
Because apparently
It's just the first 3 letters of the city. Come on, guys.
Yes. We know.
Come on. But why are they changing it?
well, I don't know, because it's totally, they think it's, yeah, they think it's gay.
No
Because
homo.
apparently chances of conversion therapy are slim for this tiny
I
little
loved it
airport.
when guys used to say that. After
That was
every sentence.
Rappaport's big thing. He did that like he ended every sentence with no homo. Something tells me Rappaport might be a little gay.
Yeah, that was so ridiculous.
Might be a
If
little
you do
yes,
it
that
every
will.
sentence, yeah.
Yeah. Because chances are thin of conversion therapy working on this tiny little airport. Because in the February 4th parliamentary session, the country's union civil aviation ministry said that the IATA had rejected the committee's request, saying, quote, IATA stated that the location codes are considered permanent and cannot be changed without strong justification, primarily concerning air safety. And having a name that some people make fun of is not a strong enough justification, said aviation official Dennis Fart.
No way.
Yeah, no, he made that. That was good. Dennis Fart. Come on.
Guys, according to this graph, annual passenger traffic
Does that
at
say
Gay
anal
Airport
passenger? Yeah.
is down since its peak in 2018, but that's certainly an effect of the pandemic and not related
They're
to its-
trying to use that to justify it.
Well, no,
There's
I'm
been
just
a rise in homophobia since 2018.
Don't pay
dramatically.
attention to anything but the title of the graph, Will, which is annual passengers traffic at Gay Airport. But guys, no, what I'm saying is, like, if you look at that graph, right, you might say, oh, traffic is down, but I'm saying it's from the pandemic and it's not related to the name because the airport, guys, has been gay since its birth in 1936, which makes you wonder. I mean, I know it took a while for like pop culture stuff to get over to India, but did the word gay just shift from joyful to homosexual over
No,
there?
but what
Yeah, it
they're
is
what they're
weird.
doing, Pat, is the politicians are using the pandemic as an excuse to try to get rid of a name that they hate.
I think that someone might be a little Gaia in the parliament. And might be a little
They're doing the Michael Rappaport.
Someone's doing a no homo over there.
Yeah, they're doing the no homo big time. They're ending all these guys who want to get rid of it. They're the same guys that used to say no homo after every sentence.
I'm not flying there. You fly
from
there.
like 2005 to like 2010 or whatever it was, 2016, whatever that the window was when the guys were saying it all the time.
You just we
A bunch of those guys in India. That's who wants to get rid of this airport.
we all chipped in for got you a little gift for your anniversary.
Hey, we got a long layover at Gay. What do you guys want to do, huh?
Yeah.
I know what he's gonna do.
You know what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say something really gay on purpose so that I can say no homo at the end. That's what I'm going to do. Every sentence.
But in all seriousness, what are you
Hey,
doing,
get
man?
get my cock out of your mouth. No homo.
We're talking about enlightenment, man. We're talking about enlightenment over there. You know.
You think it's not the monks that want to get rid of it? It's
No,
the
I know, but that's
politicians.
what I'm
No.
saying. India's so massive, bro. This is a place of enlightenment. It should be a place of acceptance. And these guys,
Leave the fucking thing
it's
alone.
great, man.
I'm sure the monks don't care, dude. Like it's just the politicians that want to get rid of. Well, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to get on the boots on the ground.
No, it's just
Were there
the
any
politicians.
locals? Did you get any local flavor on this? Any Facebook commentary from a verified local?
No, man. It's just monks that live there.
Oh,
Yeah.
It takes a while for them to get back to you.
they can't even internet comment.
Yeah.
Idiots.
You have to just think, and then they'll think, and you'll have to just, assume
Enjoy
what
your
they- yeah.
fulfilling lives off
Yeah.
the internet,
Right.
idiots.
Oh man. I'm pissed. I blew that 8th grade boy delivery. But yeah, seriously, it would totally. Anyway.
You blew that 8th grade boy, no homo.
Yeah. No. I'm.
Oh.
What?
Make you
What?
beg for buttermilk.
Hey, Mark. You better check your email.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
now I
good.
remember it. I'll make you beg for
Got your plane ticket.
He sent me a ticket to Gay. See you guys.
Send me a postcard
Yeah,
if you're not too busy.
no problem. I'm about to
You
get
have your
enlightened.
hands full. All right, guys, that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Thank you so much for listening. Trivia this weekend, if you're a Send in the Car tier Patreon member. What is that? Well, here's the deal. We do 2 bonus shows a week. We do the Hive Hour, which is now a deep dive show, if you guys want. We do Florida Man Friday. Once a month, Wes does Half a Pack with Wes. I think next month I'm going to introduce a show from yours truly, an hour once a month. And also,
I'm doing a show this Friday. UAPs and trees.
There you
with,
go.
Dutch Hammer and anybody else who may be interested
In the Discord, right?
in the Discord. If you're in the Discord,
What are you working on, Pat?
Oh, probably an interview show.
Hell yeah.
I'm working on my first guest. I want him to be good.
You didn't want to do that for our show?
No, it just wouldn't go with a format.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to have a musician on our show for an hour?
Definitely not. I see what you're saying.
There you go. Okay. There you have it.
Good call.
Anyway, so that,
for the patrons.
yes, exactly.
Nice. Same
So-
with the UFO one. So
Love it.
weed and UFO content also for the patrons. And
So here's how
news
you
content.
can here's how you
Nice.
can get in on that. So you can go to patreon.com/hardfact. You can sign up for any of the 3 tiers, the Florida Man Friday tier, the Pop the Clutch tier, the Send in the Car tier, all with different rewards and access points. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anyway, trivia this Friday. It's a fucking blast. Have a great fucking day.
You spin?
Oh, we got to spin the wheel.
Oh,
Just in time.
share my screen real quick. Wheel.
Getting my
Wheel.
haircut tomorrow.
Wheel.
I could really
Wheel.
use a not coffee here.
Mark needs some time during the day. Let's
Oh.
see who gets it. Cup of coffee in the big time. Who's it gonna be?
No whammies, no whammies.
Oh no, it's not
Wes
Mark for
again.
sure.
It's me again.
Wes.
It's a
Welcome
Wes.
to
It's a
Back
double.
to Back.
Wes.
Nice, Wes. All right, we're moving Wes. Who's going to be the TikTok international moment? We'll pack it a triple.
Pat again. Damn.
Oh my
3 in a row.
goodness.
Repeat.
3 in a row for Pat. International moment. Look at that.
You can do you already have one you can do. We talked about it pre-show.
It's a
There we go.
dynasty.
All right.
Dynasty.
Now have a great fucking day. Right?
Yes.